Welcome back to our channel, Warriors. We are still growing up in this easy beasy fasheezy, my little kneesies. Look what the cat drug in. Let me know in the chat box, how is the audio? Go ahead and say something, Don.
What's up, everybody? Hopefully, you guys can hear me.
Let me know if you guys can hear both of us clearly. If I got to make some changes, tap in, roll call. Me and my buddy Don, man, we talk from time to time. What's up, Real Recognizes Real? How can you hear us? Can you hear us, Kelly Goal? Say something, Don.
Hopefully, you can hear us. Say something. Hopefully, you can hear me. I can see the little audio bar moving, but I'm using a phone, so we'll see.
Somebody said good. Sounds good. Cool. Let's kick this motherfucker off then. Very clear, firme sound. We got everybody in the chat. Hello, welcome. It's myself, Hector Bravo, and Don Garrett from CDCR Fired Up. Man, we're just going to jump into a live chat. We did this last time and you guys loved it. And
Yeah,
it's
I
good
can't
to
see
see my
the
buddy's
chat this
face.
time, so you're gonna have to moderate that in.
What's that?
I can't see the chat, but
I
it's
can
all
see the
good.
chat. They're just saying audio's good. Hello. They're saying let's get this started. So, Don, bro, how have you been, dude? How have you been
Dude,
as a person?
I've been good, man. I've been, just handling shit, doing it, just doing my thing. Fuck it. Just having fun with it. You gotta have fun with this because this is crazy. This is a fucking crazy time. I never thought I would see this in forever. So,
I was just about to
you know,
ask you how old you are, but you're younger than me. But we're roughly around the same age. But so we know what the world is supposed to look like.
yep. See, but I'm 36 and I look like I'm 46.
Oh, don't worry about that,
Uh,
man. The department will do that.
dude, the gray hair. Plus, I just had a daughter. She's a year and a half old. So, I started hella late with kids. But man, dude, the department ages you so fast. It's
You,
just
you know what you got to
terrible.
learn is when she's old enough to go out to eat. I would take my daughter out to eat, and she would never finish all her food. So I would eat her food, my food. It would be way too much food, bro. So you're gonna learn to not order for yourself.
Oh man. Right now we're not ordering for her. She just eats off of our plates, but
No,
I'm
I hear you.
pretty sure it's gonna change pretty quick.
Cool.
So
Hey, you got Melly right there. She put your link to YouTube, so that's awesome. Thank you, Melly. She's the best. Let me pin this to the top. Yeah, bro. 65 Warriors watching. So let's just kick it off as far as fuck, bro. And again, it's not an interview. We're just gonna shoot the shit back and forth.
yeah.
Are you still selling these patches?
Yeah, I still got them. I sold a few. A lot of people got them. I got some mad props. There's some people I recognize, some names, so that's good. And don't worry, there's some special agents buying that shit too. So I know a lot of people were worried they don't want to get in trouble. Dude, there's some special agents that bought that shit. So if anybody ever called you to the carpet for that, that's crazy. I, I'm I'm
Let's
just surprised to see the names people ordering that shit. So
let's touch
it's
on the
good.
subject of people still being scared. 3 years into this. You're fairly newer into this, man, but you're feeling the brunt of it.
Yep. I I don't know, man. I don't know why people are scared because you look at the followers and dude, there's admin that are following my shit. There's admin that are following your shit. So
It's
it's
confusing.
not, yeah, it kind of throws you through a loop and then they retire and all of a sudden they're chiming in on the comments and shit, retired wardens. And I just kind of laugh. I'm like, hey, motherfucker, where were you, 3 months ago? But at least they're saying something now.
I'm experiencing the same thing, dude. Retired. Hey, I just retired. Like I can speak freely now. And I'm like, congratulations on your retirement. I'm so happy you made it to the end, but like, fuck. Right. But then realistically, I can't realistically expect somebody so close to the finish line to speak up, right? Within like 2 years remaining on the
Yeah.
career or maybe 1 year. I think me and you, I can't speak for you, but I think we're trying to speak to the meat and potatoes of the cops, the COs that have forever to go, dude.
Yep. There's dudes that got eons to go, man. And it just kills me. You just sit there idly by and you let these dudes do whatever and you think, oh, whatever, it's not affecting me until, I get these messages later on down the line like, hey, now I'm getting fired for this use of force. Like, dude, you guys should have spoke up. Like we're telling you guys this shit's happening and you're not listening. It's like you're laying on the fucking train tracks and we're telling you, hey, this train's fucking coming. It's gonna come run your ass over, and they just say, no, man, this train's gonna take a left turn. Motherfucker, you're on tracks. That shit's barreling down towards
Hey,
you.
it's a trip
So
that you said that because I was going to make an entire episode. I'm kind of tired of making single episodes, by the way, but I was going to make an entire episode how I've come to realize the same thing. These employees in their head, they believe it cannot happen to them.
yep.
Whether it be getting assaulted, whether it be getting fired, whether it be getting a DUI, a domestic violence, a fucked up use of force incident, a regular use of force incident, for some reason, they're sitting idle because they think it cannot happen to them. But you're right. Lately, my DMs have been blowing up like, hey, dude, I just got terminated. I'm like, bro,
Yep.
yes, I can help you a little bit, but dude, you should have fucking hit me up a long time ago, bro. A long time ago.
Yep. See, but I was like, I was in that same mindset, right? Like, I was just, trying to ignore it, like, whatever, that's a one off thing. I didn't realize it until I went to Ames. And then I saw motherfuckers getting fired for nothing, literally
So
nothing. They
that brings up
used
a
the
good point.
baton, or,
Brings up a
it's,
good point because I was a lieutenant and I seen a lot during that tenure of lieutenant. It was like 6 years, and that's when I seen the corruption, right? And
yep.
I played the game, bro. You said you've played the game. We've played the game, man. Today, somebody just blessed me. Thank you. Why don't you speak about the cowards in ICE, Hector? Latinos for Trump. Shame. Bro, I think I just blocked you from my last fucking. I gotta unblock you now because you fucking. Because you blessed me, but how the fuck are you gonna write on my other channel, deport Hector? He commented, deport
Hey, man,
Hector.
CDCR they might try and fuck with you. They don't cooperate with ICE, but they might say, hey, we got this dude, Hector Bravo. We think he may be illegal. Get his
All
ass out
right,
of here.
Jesus. Because you blessed me and I don't know how to read you, bro. I'll unblock you from the other channel. But I don't speak about ICE, bro, because I never worked for ICE. I've never sat behind closed meetings. I don't know any ICE administrators. I don't know jack shit. I don't know their policy. I don't know I know the law. I know the Constitution, right? But people ask me to speak up on topics that I was not in the mix. I was not in the trenches. Me and Don understand the California Department of Corruption and Retaliation.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's what we understand. That's what we know. I don't know any of that shit. Why am I going to talk about shit that I have no clue about that.
Now, if
That's
you're asking
not
my opinion, Jesus, my opinion on ICE, like, bro, I don't really want to talk about it. Here's the fucking thing, dude. Oh God, Don, excuse me for a little bit, Don. The crazy fucking thing is that I'm Mexican descent, right? My grandparents came here. I don't even know if they came legally or illegally, right? But I am a fucking American. That's a fucking fact. There's an American flag behind me. In my barracks room in Germany, there was a Mexico flag above me, right? Am I proud of my culture, my heritage? Absolutely. There's Aztec blood that runs through my fucking veins, right? But I also know about the law, bro. One thing you can say is Hector's for the law. The law is if you're here illegally, you got to bounce, right? That's the law, dude. Now, anyways, as far as ICE shooting, that motherfucker kicked a fucking government suburban last week, and then he got killed this week. I don't know if you've seen that, Don. There's a video of that fool that got killed in Minnesota. Yeah, that shooting was wrong. It was fucked up. They pulled the gun, they negligently discharged, and then they ended up blasting the fool.
Yeah, I saw it. I got tons of DMs too. People wanted me to talk about that shit. There's so much shit you could talk about, but like I said, man, I want to focus on CDCR.
Let's focus on
That's fucking up.
CDCR. Let's
That's
talk
screwing up the
about
state.
how employees are scared, bro. And it's fucking, to me, it's the bully mentality. Like, dude, if you don't punch the bully in the fucking mouth, figuratively speaking or whatever it called, literally, not literally, then that bully's going to continue. And we have the
Yeah, but
momentum, Don. I don't know if you feel, but
yeah,
we have the momentum.
we changed it. We changed the fucking. Well, you changed the game, but now, right? So I had a phone call with an administrator buddy of mine that's in still. We fucked them up. We changed the game because before they could get away with the shit. They could treat people like shit. They could do all these bad things and there's no repercussion. There's no paper trail. There's nothing. Well, not with social media. The shit's there. It's not getting removed and it's staying and they're screwed. So
They are
all the
screwed.
bad shit they do to people is now coming to the surface and they don't like that. So we're winning. We're winning.
You know what's going to piss me off is like 5 years from now when CDCR gets fixed, people are going to be like, yeah, we did that. Like them. And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, we always stood up for the administration. It's like, no, bitch, you
Yeah.
didn't. You
Neil
fucking
Flood will
didn't.
come out with this pack of fucking golf clubs and say, "Yeah, we handled it, guys." We're fine." Oh man, they'll take credit for it. You know that's how it goes every time.
I'm not even tripping, bro. I just want them to fucking act. But it's
Yep.
like pulling teeth, dude. And it's exhausting for me. I know it's exhausting for you, and it's exhausting to the other types of people that are in this type of network that we have.
Well, I think too, it's like it's frustrating because I get the messages and people call me, and there's so many people that just don't fucking they won't make a decision. They get stuck in this I don't want to say anything, I don't want to do anything mentality, and motherfuckers are dying. They're getting
Dying.
stabbed at CSP SAC. You got people falling out from fentanyl at CIW, Solano, and it's not just the administration. You got cops, sergeants, lieutenants. They're just fucking standing around, not doing anything because they're scared. They don't want to get fired. They don't want to, help. They don't want to do shit. They don't know the policy. I mean, it's all bad.
Here's
It's
the
all
kicker.
bad. But it's up
Here's the
to
kicker,
those
Don, because
people.
somebody put a comment. They need the dough. Money sign, money sign, money sign. And I totally understand that, right? But
Yeah.
what they're failing to realize is that they will eventually get fucking fired. They will eventually
Yep.
get fucked up, right? I'm not saying everybody's gonna get fucking fired, but what a way to live in a toxic environment where you're fearing, because I was there, dude. It's crazy how I bounce now. Everybody wants to act like everything's fucking cool. But I still got people reaching out to me saying, like, dude, it's fucked up. It's fucked up.
Well, it is, and the fucked up part about it is, when these dudes get fired and they get told, oh, just play the game, go to state personnel board, get your job back, and you're fucking killing people's livelihood. They can't provide for their family, losing their house, cars, trucks, and all that shit. Dude, it's not a game. It's not a fucking game. But everyone wants to say, oh, it's just a game. Play the game. Uh, I mean, you play the game, you roll the dice. That's worse than rolling dice, man. That's like playing Russian roulette with all five fucking chambers loaded. Just
Oh, I love that shit, bro. That's the
will it go
truth,
off?
bro. You're just
Fuck,
spinning
man,
that
the thing's
fucking
fully
cylinder.
loaded.
Hey, Jesus, thanks for blessing me again, bro. Jesus, hit me up at tormenttactical@protonmail.com, bro. I will converse and network with you as far as getting your voice out or working with you with the corruption in the VA system, right? And experiences differ, bro. The VA actually fixed my ass.
Dude, there's a, so I know nothing about the VA. I know nothing about any of that shit. But there's a lot of people that have been reaching out with information about corruption just fucking everywhere. Like it's not just, the administration of CDCR, it's the rehabilitative programs and the money. And then this fucking program, this VA program for the VA, inmates and shit. There's a lot of crooked shit coming out. And that's the good part about this dialogue, just fucking talking about it. Because people, think, oh fuck, these guys only talk about corrections, but no, man, there's a lot of moving pieces in this shit.
No, the good thing about this dialogue is that we're fucking shooting from the hip and being transparent, bro. So whatever we say, you know what I mean? Psycho Devil Dog wrote, and AW called me, you're one of those people. After speaking against the California model, when I asked him, what do you mean by that? He said, that fucker said, a Hector Bravo stooge.
Uh, See, and that's the kind of mentality, right? They're trying to, they almost like they push a narrative that we're just fucking, making people disgruntled and shit. I heard a earful from a dude who worked at Folsom saying, "Hey man, you're killing our morale," and I laughed. I said, "Your morale has been in the shitter since I started the department. You guys got to fix it. It's not me killing the fucking morale. It's all these dudes getting fired, blowing their brains out, drinking themselves to death for what? Because some administrator gets away with shit all the time.
Well,
Not even.
a sense of enlightenment that people reach, right? Friedrich Nietzsche, Machiavelli the Prince. There's a level of enlightenment, and I've read books and I've heard audiobooks, and it's like when the person that tells the truth, right, the uncomfortable truth that everybody knows, at some point, those people will be viewed as the problem. In their head, they spin it like you're causing this. But that's just how you got to have different levels of the mind, you know? And I see it for what it is.
Well, that's like that. You know what that sounds like, dude? That sounds like fucking domestic violence training. Like they're fucking grooming people and just saying, "Hey, you know what? I hit you because you fucked up." That kind of shit. That domestic violence isn't funny. I'm not laughing at domestic violence, but I'm saying that's literally what this sounds like. It's like they're, hey, I smacked you, but this is why I smacked you. I still love you, but I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. You know, fucking, it's just dumb. It doesn't
Here's
make
my
any sense.
thing. Because I know people, right? I have high emotional intelligence. And I don't know that AW personally. I don't even know which AW he's talking about. But that personality is all the same, bro. I guarantee
Yeah.
you, if we were in the same room and I approached him in a non-violent manner, but I encroached his personal space, the dude would be singing a different tune. I already know that.
Yeah, but on the streets, you know as well as I do, these motherfuckers are nobodies. Nobodies, dude. You see them at Home Depot and shit, and they don't say anything. And then when they
Technically,
retire, it's even worse.
technically, they're nobody's inside the department, right? Like, by me
But
quitting
you
as
know,
a
it takes
lieutenant, that's kind of the point I wanted to make. Like, dude, I was a lieutenant, bro. I had that shit made, and it wasn't worth it. Like, what was happening, the 102 murders, and it's funny because I point out inmate murders all the fucking time. But what staff fail to realize is that they're connected, dude. Staff assaults, attempted murders on peace officers, not locking up inmates for possession of a weapon, it's all the same shit.
look at those dudes that got stabbed a sack, man. Fucking stabbed in the neck and shit. You know, and you kind of wonder, like, okay, I get it. Some people are saying, why even worry about, you know, the fucking inmate murders? They're connected. It's all one thing. It's not separate. You can't sit here and say, oh, it's green versus blue kind of shit.
There is no
Violence is
more.
violence.
There is no
It
more
reaches
green versus
everybody.
blue, and I've
No,
already again. These are different levels of the. You have to view the whole chessboard, bro. You have to.
yep.
They have to at some point. They have to see. There is no more green versus blue, dude. Like,
No, those
eh,
days. So those days actually disappeared from me when I worked visiting. Right, brand new fucking cop. You got to work visiting. It's just shitty. But I would hear the administration talk to the inmate family council and say, "Oh yeah, these cops are doing a terrible job and all this other shit." And it just threw me through a loop. Like, wait a second, you're telling us that the visitors are a pain in the ass, and then you're telling the visitors that the cops are a pain in the ass. You guys are fucking liars. You guys are putting us against each other. And after you start talking to some of these visitors, I know some people probably watching, they recognize me from Folsom. Uh, you know, dude, it's all fucking sham. These
damn,
guys just
bro.
lie
You
and
worked
pit
visiting.
everyone against whoever they want.
I said you worked visiting.
Yeah, I wasn't visiting for what, like 2 years. It was a
I
shit
could.
job,
I
man.
could see that,
Oh,
bro.
I got stuck there. I was brand new, so I had to, you know, sign the fish slips and all that. And they had no one that wanted to work visiting because visiting sucked. I mean, it was nuts and butts. If you ever done that, you know, everyone always asks, "Oh, how's it like working in prison? You must make a lot of money. It's got to be cool." No, man, I saw about 300 cocks today. You know, it's just not fun. It's stripping dudes out all day.
Hey, somebody
It's
somebody wrote a good comment, and we'll piggyback off of that. Yes, the state and its administrators are all crooked, but aren't the officers also to blame? Question mark. I mean, irrelevant of how fucked up the department is, do your job. Don't be soft. I wholeheartedly agree, right? And
they got to do
I
something.
I did an interview yesterday, and I spoke like how all the ranks are fucked up, right? Officers, sergeants, lieutenants, captains, AW, chief deputy warden, right? They're all fucked up, and you can't get mad at me saying that. It's the blind leading the blind. Nobody wants to do shit. And again, I was part of that cesspool, dude. Like, I was fucking part of it, but at some point the light bulb went off. Like, dude, this is trash. This is garbage. I gotta bounce, right? I gotta warn everybody that this is all wrong, dude. This, and I fucking did take a pay cut. It wasn't a pay cut, bro. The income went to zero. The income went to zero. You know what I mean? Uh, they're all fucked up in the sense, if this was a military unit, everybody would be fucking dead, bro.
Oh yeah. I mean, they look at, they're already fucking dying. They're not even a military unit. Cops are fucking, they're offing themselves. I mean, I can't sit here and say that, you know, oh, they had marriage problems, they had this. No, I would say fucking 90% of their problems probably came from work and the stress of the work, and that paycheck didn't mean shit
So,
because it says on paper you're making six figures, but you know as well as I do, after taxes and your retirement, you ain't taking home shit. That Starbucks barista is making more than you. Like,
so
that's the reality.
A.W. Bishop from CIM. That's who that dude was. Well, let me ask you this: what institutions did A.W. Bishop work? You know what I mean? I never heard of that fucking dude throughout my whole tenure of the department, and I know
I
a
mean,
few
yeah, but
people.
even the institutions don't fucking matter. It doesn't matter if you worked at High Desert because you know as well as I do, there's some fucking desk jockeys. That's all they ever did was work the watch or some bullshit transportation job. And they say, oh, yeah, I worked at High Desert. you didn't do shit at High Desert. You know, you do a couple of little phone calls and you find out, oh yeah, that dude was taken care of because his dad works downtown. So
Hey, Medina wrote, and I totally agree with Medina, but he has to understand something. He said, not everyone can take that pay cut. Dude, you have to understand what we are saying, Medina. We're saying, hey, that is a career. That is a good fucking career. But you have to understand what is happening, right? You have officers fucking committing suicide, bro. They're fucking miserable. They're getting divorces. They're drinking themselves. And I can guarantee you they're smoking marijuana. I don't have any proof of it, but I can bet my life that they're smoking marijuana, right? All I'm saying is, dude, either get healthy, get your fucking mind right, stand up against the fucking system. Do not off yourself over a fucking career. That's all we're saying.
yeah, this shit ain't worth it, dude. This career, I'll tell you, man, I hit a fucking low in this department, and people who know me know me. They know I've been through some fucking fucked up stuff with this department. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth leaving this place because, I mean, I swear I'll go down fighting. You'll see a fucking meme from me every goddamn day, uh, just because. Why not? You know, it's not worth it. This shit is a much better outlet.
For the record,
Much
I've
better.
never encouraged anybody to quit CDCR, and I've never and I've never discouraged anybody from joining. That is a fact. I've never done those two things.
I have. I've done both of those things. I'll say it. I got one partner. I won't say his name because I don't think he wants me to say his name, but he left Folsom and now he's actually a sheriff's deputy.
Hell
And the
yeah.
dude's happy as fuck. He's so glad to get out. And he did that shit on his own. I always figured, you know, this dude's too smart to even be at CDCR because CDCR is just terrible. This dude was sharp. Another dude that I worked with also. Now, granted, he went to Stockton PD, which is dangerous as shit, but he laughed because my meme did say Stockton statistically is safer than CDCR, which is true. It's true according to the stats. And keeping people from joining, you know, yeah, hell yeah. I've made a website, don't join CDCR.com. Don't join, man. You use your skills. If you're not in and you're watching this shit and you're thinking, oh man, I'm gonna apply, use your skills and use your benefit, use everything that you could do to make yourself better. Do shit for yourself because this department it takes something from you, man. I can't describe it, but it'll take something from you. And you'll be sitting there saying, fuck, when's my retirement date? And
You
that's
know,
not a good
dude,
mindset to be in.
hey, fucking Don, I hop on Reddit from time to time just to read the bullshit that they have on that CDCR thread, right? And it's straight bullshit. Somebody, they always ask, is this job still worth joining? And then some dumbass will write, yeah, you can't beat the retirement. You can't beat the
Bro,
retirement anywhere else.
Oppo.
Motherfucker,
That's
you're gonna blow your
that's
brains
Oppo.
out before you get that retirement. You're gonna get fired. You're gonna be all shot out. Honestly, let's be real. There's 114 warriors watching. I got my best friend Don on here. Let's be real. If you're an idiot and you're saying, I'm in the department for the retirement, okay, the retirement age is now 57. Look at your fucking partners, how shot out they are. They walk with a limp. They walk with a hunchback. They drink monsters. They have heart attacks. They have strokes on the job. They pass away. Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
Gray hair at 36. I
Look at my
mean,
boy
shit.
Don. Looks like
Fucking,
shit. No,
dude, I look like shit, man.
he's
I look like shit.
22.
Hey, you know, and I'm not proud of you know, my drinking problem that I used to have with that. You know, it starts off one drink and then two, and then next thing you know, you're like a bottle a week. The shit's not good for you. It's just not. But Reddit, back to Reddit and all these other little, you know, you see all this positive shit. Did you know that the Office of Peace Officer Selection, they got this like social media team? These
Yeah.
dudes do that shit. They go on Reddit, they go on things and they say, oh yeah, this is a great career. They do that all day. I got people who call me and tell me about it. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny that the department authorizes them to do that shit, and they do. It's all
Hey,
fake. It's all fake. If the truth really came out, nobody would fucking sign up for CDCR. They wouldn't.
but we are the truth, bro. But we're only two truth, you know?
Two
Hey,
motherfuckers, man. We need more people. More people should be doing the shit. Even if you like created a total anonymous fucking account, you know, no face, no nothing, just hid your identity. They need more of that shit. They need more truth to come out. I would encourage
look,
anybody to do it.
Look,
Like,
for you people watching, man, 117. I know you guys tune in. You guys are on our Instagram. You guys on our website, on our YouTube. Like we're telling you what could help us out. Like he said, man, create a burner account, get a burner fucking phone. Trust me, you're better off buying a cheaper burner phone, create a fake account, contacting us, than getting fucking fired down the line for some fucking bullshit because you failed to fix the corruption.
I mean, someone's got to stand up. It's up to you guys to stand up, man. If you guys are in the shit and you're watching a sergeant make a dumbass decision that could get somebody killed, I mean, look at that lawsuit. Dude, they're going to fuck with every single one of those cops. It's not
Oh,
even a
it,
question of if, it's just when. Like, they're going to say, hey, you didn't use force. You didn't do this. And they're not going to understand when you say, well, my supervisor, they're going to say, is that shit on paper? Did
it's
you
not
ever complain about
documented.
it? You ever
Yeah,
file?
that's not
Yeah, it's not
documented.
documented.
Hey,
If it's not
somebody
on
said,
paper, it didn't
some
happen.
somebody said CDC will put two brand new female cops on a level 4 transport with prior staff assaults. You tell me they care about staff. I've seen it. When you have an
Yep.
agency just put a body worn camera, chaos ensues. That is a fact, dude. I've seen some fucking downright scary, scary shit, bro. When I was an OP sergeant at Donovan, there was a Mexican mafia associate that just came down from the Bay. This was 2016 ish. Brand new spanking cop that had 4 days on the job, bro. He went out on a hospital run with his fucking Mexican mafia associate. You know what the inmate told me? Don't worry, Sarge, I got him. Dude, I pulled the cop out. I gave him a fucking 5 second fucking. I said, do not put your gun anywhere near that dude. Do never take the fucking restraints off of him. If the doctor's telling you, you call the watch commander ASAP and fucking stay away from him, right? Like, dude, the motherfucker's a threat.
They're all a threat, but nobody realizes that. No one teaches that. They don't teach that shit in the academy anymore. The academy's gone soft. The institution, I mean, they're just trying to fill bodies and holes. That's all they're trying to do. And unfortunately, they're going to fill a body in a spot that's going to be a body bag. That's the reality. Someone's going to get killed on a transport or something. I hope I'm wrong, but I mean, look at it. Look what they're doing. Brand new cop, 6 months, taking level 4 override from Folsom to San Joaquin. I mean,
Hey,
that's dangerous.
somebody, these are excellent fucking questions. And like this shit helps us, right? Because you guys are giving us like fucking shit to go off of. First of all, congratulations to Stan. He said 8 years retired, still kicking. Shout out to you, bro. You got out just in fucking time. Let me be the one to tell you. But somebody wrote this good comment, and we can both answer this, Don. Isn't the shitty environment only relevant if employees cares about the whole? Can one be employed and focus on making money and just doing a job? If one doesn't care about the politics, can't he get by? No, here's why. I was a lieutenant, just doing my job, bare minimum, right? To the best of my ability to save the fucking cops and to prevent the inmates from getting killed on the wrong yard to my best of my ability. I was getting LOIs FedEx to my fucking front door of my house, where my daughter lives, where my ex lives. Like, dude, the filth will follow you fucking home, bro. Like, there's no evading. Once they have it out for you, or once you're not playing their game, or once you're labeled or targeted, that's a wrap, dude. Even if you go to work and you're the best, you're an old man, you're gonna get involved in an incident, or you're gonna be present, and they're good luck. Good luck. They're gonna spin that shit against you. There is
They
no just
do.
showing up. What do you think, Don?
Dude, I've seen it, man. So there's, I'm not going to say any names on this one, but some people at San Quentin, if they're watching, maybe they can put it in the comments. There was an incident at San Quentin. This cop, OG, do your eight, hit the gate mentality, doesn't get involved with politics, none of that shit. Well, a fight broke out right in front of him, and he let the youngsters respond. Well, guess what? They put him under investigation for failure to respond, and their intent was to fire that motherfucker. So doing your eight and hit the gate, and going like this, that shit don't work. You can't bury your head in the sand. You're going to end up, everything else around you on fire. That's what's going to happen.
Somebody wrote, administration is always looking for the fall guy, and it's usually who will just lay down and take it. That's the thing, though. Realistically, it can be anybody.
It'll
Anybody.
be
I've seen
anybody.
anybody and everybody get it.
Yep. Anybody except for administrators. So, like, you get cops, sergeants, lieutenants, maybe captains that get disciplined, but that's right where that ladder stops, right? Because AW, anybody could come in from the side to AW or chief deputy warden or whoever. all that rank and file, sergeant, lieutenant, officer, you're fucked. You're fucked. That's the reality. The reality is you don't have enough cushion underneath you when you fall, because they're just gonna snatch your job. They're gonna say play the game, and you'll probably lose the state personnel board and be screwed anyways. So you might as well just make sure you stand up for yourself and you fucking go home. Your partners go home. At least that'll be a better environment, because it seems to me like everybody's waiting for this fucking miracle to come in. I got news for you. There's no fucking miracle coming in. No motherfucker is riding in on a white horse looking like the I can't believe it's not Buttergood trying to save your
Fabio.
ass.
His name is Fabio.
Fabio. Yeah. No one's going to do that shit. No one's going to come in and save you. It's up to you guys, right? Just like me. Just like, you. Dude, no one's coming to save my ass. I'm my help. So that's the same thing with you guys. You guys got to realize that it's up to you. Like I said, I ain't riding in there. You're not going to see fucking Don Garrett riding a white horse coming into fucking prison to save your ass.
Hey, Joman has some excellent fucking questions. And he said, personally, I think officers need to do a better job in learning policy to defend themselves. Admin are dumb as rocks when you challenge them with policy. That is a 100% fucking fact. I did not learn policy until I was a sergeant. This is a fact. I went 8 years as a correctional officer without knowing policy in depth like I should have, right? But then again, dude, in that time frame, I didn't need to know policy because the sergeants and the lieutenants had our backs, bro. And they knew policy. They all had 20 plus years in the fucking department. But now these youngsters don't have that anymore. Thank you, Jesus.
No. Yeah, that's a good point, man. Knowing policy, you could run circles around most of these problems. However, I'm telling you, man, when they got that target on you, dude, they'll fucking get you for something. They'll trip you up on, oh, hey, on this date, you made this statement. That's when you see these dudes that have like 4 or 5 internal affairs interviews. They fucked them up on policy, right? So they couldn't stand on anything because the officer was smart, knew the fucking policy. So now they're trying to get them on their memory, and they're trying to see, oh, we're going to get this dude for less than truthful or making a misleading statement. That's how you know you fucking got them when they interview you 3 or 4 times, because they're coming to get your ass. So, but knowing policy, hey, if they don't interview you again, you just threw the policy in their face, and they're like, fuck, this dude got it.
So that is one of the reasons why I resigned. I was getting exhausted, bro. I knew policy. I still know policy like the back of my hand. But dude, having to answer for yourself and answer for your staff and answering these stupid fucking clarification questions, that shit gets exhausting, bro. Like, it gets exhausting going in circles with these.
So it gets exhausting. And it gets to the point, too, where, like, you ever heard that, like, kid story, about the giraffe and the zebra telling the lion that the sky is green, it's not blue. And the lion argues with them, tell them, no, it's blue. And, they go to this fucking lion council, and he says, yeah, these dumbasses keep telling me that the sky is green. And he says, well, I'm going to sentence you to death. And the lion can't figure it out. Why are you sentencing me to death? He says, well, you're a fucking lion. And a zebra told you the sky is green, and you want to argue with them over it. So you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot when you're arguing these idiots. They don't know the policy. Sometimes it's better to you just don't know what the fuck you're talking about. They don't. Just move on, or just tell them, yeah, sure, the sky's fucking green. Good luck.
For you new officers that are watching, you need to understand your administrators do not know policy, right? Now that's not a stereotype, because you have some solid administrators. You have some solid managers. Trust me. They're there. Few and in between.
Yes,
few and far in between. But
I count them on one hand.
But you're correct. But for the rest of the dummies, they don't know policy. They straight don't know policy. And how do I know they don't know policy? Because they would tell us to do stuff that fucking violated policy all the damn time. And then when you bring it to their attention, they're like, oh, well, never mind. Forget about that.
So here's the thing. Here's the fucked up part, Hector. They know policy. Look at CIW. They told everybody, turn off your fucking body cameras. And then at ISU check, they know the policy. They know what the garbage that's coming out of their mouth. They know they're going to violate policy. But they don't want any record of that. So that way they can say, oh, I never said that. I don't recall. Oh, that wasn't my intention. So they're smart politically, but as far as checking them on the shit, it's like, hey, this is what the policy is. We're supposed to send this dude on a transport with a sergeant and 2 cops, and they want to play dumb. No, follow the fucking policy at the end of the day. They can do whatever they want. But let's say that dude escapes, they're gonna fucking throw the book at you and say, "Oh, well, here's the policy. Our legal team found it," because they don't know.
Hey, Lashina, what do you mean by that? Elaborate. She said something about CIW riding with them, interviewing with the chief, warning that officer. Do you think they're going to get fired? I don't know what that's about. CIW.
I'm trying to remember. I got so much shit in the last 48
Somebody
hours.
asked if you're going to make a video on the information you received recently.
Oh, dude. So here's the problem that I got. So I drew up my burner phone number. I drew up a Proton email. I gave a different Proton email. Right. I never communicate really the same way, just to fuck with OIA because it's fun. It's fun to me. So I've been getting so much information, and I got this other email account that's through another country, and I opened my inbox and I was like, oh my God, this is really good shit. I'm gonna have to do it. Like I could do hours of episodes. There's just so much shit. There's so much shit out there. But yeah, eventually I'll do an episode on CIW. But don't forget about Folsom, man. I mean, fuck. You got time? You got a couple minutes?
No, I got plenty of time, but I don't hear shit from Folsom. But she was referring to the CCWF riot, CCWF, not CIW, the other women's facility.
Yeah, the CCWF is all fucked up, and you got OIA that's trying to go back now and do some crazy shit and fire more people. So
Really?
Yeah, be prepared for that.
Over that incident?
Yes, and that incident is correct me if I'm wrong. That's over a year old. Statute of limitations is
they don't
gone.
give a fuck about statute of limitations, bro.
Dude, it's a joke, man. I was shocked. I heard that they're reopening shit, and I was like, that seems sketchy. Like it's past statute, but. Yeah. New information or whatever kind of bullshit they want to use. But yeah, but Folsom stuff's coming out too, and it's looking nastier every day, man.
What's the consensus with Folsom, man? Do they agree with you, disagree with you? Half and half?
So, I don't know, man. I talked to the people that I talked to, and for the most part, it seems like they're like, fuck yeah, get this information out there because they're upset. They're upset that the administration wanted to protect the child molester. And dude, the administration was backing the shit out of this dude. Dude.
That's going in the Netflix series, bro.
It's bad.
That's going in the Netflix series.
Okay, I'm going to just tell you. I'm going to give you the Cliff Notes version because there's obviously more detail coming out. But this dude, Solom, when he got arrested by Sac County Sheriff on grounds, papered up. He went full EOP, locked himself in the office of the IST building, and wouldn't come out. They had to call Castro, who was the ISU lieutenant, to come talk him out. And allegedly, see, I haven't been able to verify it, he was deleting shit from his phone while he was papered up in the office like some EOP smearing shit on the wall.
Facts.
Then every cop that was in the area, they told them all, hey, if anybody takes pictures of this shit, you're going to get fired. We're going to investigate you. We're going to fire you. And the administration spread a narrative saying, oh, his ex-wife set him up, all this other shit. Then they fucking hid his vehicle. They hid Solom's vehicle in prison grounds in the Valley Housing to keep it from Sac County Sheriff.
No, they didn't.
I mean, dude.
Bro, that is fucking criminal. Yeah. That is tampering with evidence and fucking and what is intervening in a fucking criminal law enforcement activity.
Yes,
impeding.
And I'm thinking that's why all my my public information requests related to that shit have been denied. And I called and they said, hey, maybe you're not reading correctly between the lines, but that could potentially be an active investigation. And I'm like, oh shit, okay. So obviously they're looking into something. Hiding someone's fucking vehicle, and allowing them to basically delete shit from their phone while they're fucking papered up. No, that's criminal. So I'm curious to see what happens.
Thank you, the retired CO. What's up, LT? Yes, vale verga. They screwed over my friend. He was charged with a misdemeanor, gave him 300 hours of community service, but they did not give him Miranda or peace officer rights. I told him to sue. That's a fact. And then Joe, man, he also wrote, this is a little bit of a different question, but we'll answer it. Do you think the heavy hitters prefer the old school or new school programming? In my humble opinion, I think they prefer the old school. Okay, but they're very understanding of all the incentives that they now have. There was a heavy hitter on my yard, Bravo yard, Donovan. We would converse in the middle of the yard, and he'd be like, We would converse, and he'd be like, "Man, we got it all here. The shit, the car shows, the fucking this and that." He's like, "These youngsters, like, they don't even know what it was like in the past." And I'm like, "Oh, dude, they have no fucking idea." Now I'm talking about the inmates. You know, I think the inmates, I think like the members of the prison gang organizations, I think they prefer the old way of how things were handled.
They do. You know, I still remember a dude that I interviewed, an inmate out of San Quentin. He was an old white dude, and he remembers back in the day. You know, he was a C number. Uh, you know, he told me about some cops that tuned him up, and you know, he had it coming, and he said, I prefer that shit." And I was shocked. I was like, "You would prefer that?" He's like, "Yeah, because this paper fucking dudes and you know writing them up for all this petty shit." He's like, "I'm not down with this shit. Like, I'd rather you guys take me around the corner. We fucking drop your belt and do the old school shit." And I was like, "Damn,
Dude,
I've never seen that shit." But this dude was like, "Nope. Hey, I'd
well,
rather have that way than the shit you guys are doing now because this
I
is
joined
bullshit."
I joined the army in 2002 and I was in Germany. That shit was still old school, bro. And you would definitely prefer getting your ass kicked than getting written up or counseled like on paper. They never paper fucked us back in the day, bro. They just handled their shit.
Yeah, dude.
And
Now they
it's
paper
way
fuck
better.
up. Oh,
It's way
it's
better,
bad now.
bro.
Yeah, even then, I see that the housing, they don't even know who they're housed with. You know, they're dealing with their own shit. I mean, hey, I wouldn't want to be stuck in some cell, with some creeper either. So I get it.
Yeah, that's another reason why I'm sure they prefer the old school way because there's fucking weird people touching down on the yards that should not be touching down on those yards.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's going to cause a whole wreck too, and I don't think people realize just how dangerous it is
Yeah,
for
they don't want to
cops.
get into a wreck, man. You don't want to kill somebody unnecessarily just because you put the administration put them in a fucked up jam, dude.
Oh, they're doing that all day. The
I know they
housing
are.
shit. I
I
know
know.
last time you asked me about the transgender shit, and they still just they shove these dudes over at women's prisons. It's like, holy shit, this is crazy, man. You're gonna send a dude who's raped like 50 women to a women's prison, and you're gonna say, no, he won't do it again. It's fine. Fucking, are you serious? Oh man.
Now let's go back to how correctional officers are afraid to act in 2026, right? Speak up. I have a daughter, bro. She's 7. God fucking forbid she ever attempts to follow my fucking footsteps and become a correctional officer, right? Or if some horrible way ends up in prison, bro. I would not feel good about myself if I didn't do jack shit and she ended up in a worse fucking environment than what we had fucking experienced.
I mean, yeah, but it's got to change, and it's up to these dudes to change the shit. Like, I give you an example. Fucking Joseph Tuggle, right? That deputy director. I don't even know what the hell he is. Dude told us we can't search dudes on the yard. Oh, you guys are slowing down program. We don't want you searching every inmate going to the yard. There was some OG cops that said, "Hey, this is stupid. You guys are going to get someone killed. No, we're not going to do that because the post orders say that we need to search all inmates coming to the yard." They spoke up. They did. And now you don't have that shit. People don't speak up. They just stay quiet because they don't want to create waves. They don't want to do shit. The union presidents at prisons don't want to create waves. They don't want to file a grievance. They like to have their cell phones. At some point, you guys are your own worst enemy. I mean, you just are. Like, you're not going to say anything. You're not going to put anything on paper. Then guess what? You're going to have to eat that shit sandwich that you pretty much made yourself.
Damn, Lashina said that Suge Knight's coming home, that his case was overturned. I'm gonna look into that. I'll get him on the Hector Bravo Unhinged fucking podcast.
Damn, that'd be good. I'll watch that.
Dude, it's fucking frustrating, Don. Like, I'm glad we're chopping it up. We've been talking for 43 minutes. It's fucking frustrating, bro. It's frustrating. And then let's talk about how attempts have been made to silence us, bro. It's like a barrage of just endless bullshit.
Okay, so I got a phone call about that. There was a big meeting today.
Was there?
Uh, yes, there was. There was a big meeting today, and it's because it's working. They're scared. They're grasping at straws. That little fucking video that we sent around. That's literally where they're at right now. That they're fucking panicked because the truth is coming out. People are asking questions about these different people who aren't confirmed as wardens yet. All the garbage is coming out. All the laundry is coming out. You can call it childish high school drama, whatever the hell you want. At the end of the day, it's true shit. And it's shit you can't make
Is
up. and
Is
it's
that the
coming out.
narrative?
And
Is that the narrative that it's childhood or high school
so
trauma?
So, so the narrative that these guys are spinning right now in downtown is that it's childish high school drama. They did the prison fan fiction shit with your stuff,
Correct.
but now they're saying it's attacking morale of staff and it's hurting the morale of staff. I I completely disagree. I see the messages. I get the phone calls. I know people are saying, "Hey, thank you for what you're doing." Yeah, that's why I'm going to keep doing it. I mean, you're not going to stop me just because you say, "Oh, you're
Yeah.
damaging the morale." Fuck it. I already got the messages. Even if I just saved one person,
You know,
you know,
you know what is
that's
high
cool.
school drama is like saying, "Hey, so and so is married and so is sleeping with so and so over here." Right? What we're saying is, "Hey, you fucking assholes, you're getting people killed. You're getting your officers fucked up." Somebody wrote earlier the workman's comp cases, the FMLA cases. I don't even know the statistics, but I'm sure they're horrible and through the fucking roof, bro.
It's all public record too. You can see that stuff, but I mean, a lot of those numbers too are skewed. You look at it and it's like, oh shit, Department of Corrections actually has the highest number of workman's comp cases out of every agency. Is like, damn, I'm not really surprised, but at some point you got to look around and say, what the fuck what's going wrong here? And when you really start looking at it, it all points back to the administration. Just like that trial attorney that's suing for, the Grinch stuff. Uh, you really start digging, and dude, it's bad. When you got officers fearing just for doing their fucking job, following policy and procedure, dude, it,
So
right,
So
right back
me
to
and
admin.
you, we make memes on the internet, right? And that's funny, but it's also true. The Grinch murder, the Salinas Valley Grinch murder with the family and the lawyer and the litigation against the department, that is some serious shit, bro. That is what's gonna cause the fucking change in the department.
Yeah,
Litigation.
but well, here's the thing. I spent about 20 minutes on the phone with a dude saying, this is the kind of shit. This is why we don't want Hector Bravo and CDCR fired up because you guys are gonna fuck up the department. I said, no, you guys have to realize that regardless of the video coming out, this shit happened. So if the video didn't happen, nobody would fucking know how bad it is. Nobody would know that that was allowed to happen. Not because of, lazy cops. I hear, I see all the comments. People, oh, these fucking cops are lazy. They're garbage. No, they're fucking scared. They're sitting there saying, dude, I either try and stop this right now or I get fucking fired because I use my baton and I was trying to stop a murder. But they're not going to see it that way because the administration doesn't. I mean,
Here,
there's cases upon cases of officers being
here,
fired for using force.
here's what young, inexperienced correctional officers are probably thinking. Who gives a fuck? They are just inmates. Who gives a fuck? Let them
Ah,
just kill each other. But in the reality, that behavior and mindset leaks over to Ironwood State Prison. And when the control booths do not fire their Mini 14, when you have 200 sureños attacking 5 fucking staff, that's the same mentality that's rotten. That's the same mentality that it enables these out of control, fucking chaotic, violent, dangerous fucking situations, right? They're not smart enough. I shouldn't say smart. They're not experienced enough to see the big fucking picture. It's all behavior. It's all
now, you
actions.
know what? It's I see it differently than you on that. I see it as and this is gonna sound pretty fucking hard, but it's selfishness. Everybody is so concerned with what's my fucking seniority? What are my days off? When am I going to retire? How much am I making? It's all me, me, me shit. They don't think about their partners. They don't think about going home. They don't think about the inmates. They just think about their own personal shit. And that's where the downfall is. They've dangled that carrot of retirement and benefits and pay for so long that that's all anybody sees. They don't see that motherfuckers are dying. They're not going to see it until their partner dies. Unfortunately, they're so
Well,
focused on, like
let's
I said,
let's 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 not hope that that happens, but
I hope not. But
let's go down that path. Okay, tomorrow we wake up, we get the horrible news that a correctional officer was killed in the line of duty, stabbed during early morning chow release, right? And I'm knocking on wood. What is there going to be reaction going to be? Oh, we fucking knew it. Administration caused this. Oh, man, the one of us got killed. They don't care about us. Dude, we fucking told you for 3 years this was going to happen. We fucking told you. You pretended. You played a fool. You rather laugh at memes. You rather drink alcohol. You rather, like you said, be selfish. The whole fucking nine. I could play the tape all the way through and see how it's going to end. How do you see it?
Yeah, I think everyone would be upset and they'd want to blame the administration, but at the end of the day, dude, it's up to you guys. I mean, would you rather fucking not do something and just keep your mouth shut and focus on yourself and watch one of your partners die and then try and sit there and say, "Oh, well, it's the administration's fault"? No, it's your fucking fault. You're gonna have to live with that. That's the fucked up part. You would have to live with that. I'd much rather live with getting fired for fucking cracking around out of the mini, when there's a big riot, than watching my fucking partner die. I can at least sleep at night saying, yeah, you know what? I did the right thing. I fucking saved a life. I cracked around off on the mini and, my partner's alive. But if I didn't do shit, you know what happens to those people? And this is fucked up.
They promote. They promote.
They promote. Yeah. The people who fucking are indecisive and can't do shit, won't do shit. They won't make a decision to save their own life or save their partner's life. They promote. And that's what we have. So if that's you and you're just going to sit there and fucking do nothing, you might as well promote, be like the rest of these shitbags.
You know what's crazy is that, and I love that this show is raw, bro. We don't pull any punches. It's like, I had that experience, bro. I have that experience of watching a friend get killed, dude, in Iraq. Like, the person that it dies, they're dead, right? They don't have to live with that anymore. The survivors of whatever incident is going to transpire, it's going to fuck them up for the rest of their fucking life, bro. I can assure you that, man. I can assure you, you do not want to be in the incident where your partner gets fucking killed. You do not want that.
See, that's a fucking heavy weight. I never had to live with any shit like that. Fortunately for me, I haven't had to fucking deal with that.
You want to talk about demons? That's a fucking demon, bro. It's a demon.
But I think, a fucking demon like that, man, I still don't understand. Sometimes I hear some of these dudes that, oh, just do your 8, hit the gate, fucking bury your head in the sand. Dude, think about the demons you would have later on. And look at all these assholes who are retired, who've been there for been retired for a few years. Now all of a sudden they want to speak up. It's like, hey, where were you when you were fucking working there?
Hey, do you know anybody by the name of Kenny Powers? Because he said chumps. I hope he wasn't calling us chumps, bro. Because 3 years into this, I've challenged fucking hundreds of people to fight me. I've given them instructions to meet me right here off of Otay Lakes Road. And nobody accepts my challenge, bro. I don't have a job, dude. I don't give a fuck. I've been to jail 3 times, man. I know the process. Just bail myself out, bro. I ain't tripping, right? But I think by now we've identified these little fucking trolls, cowards, lames, suck dicks, puppets, scoundrels.
Someone's making... I'll tell you something else, too. And I'd love to see the time card to see exactly who it is. Someone's making overtime right now to watch us. Think about that.
The fact. You know that's an OIA agent, bro. You know it.
Oh, yeah. It's part of their new it was SIU, the Special Investigations Unit, and then now they created a new unit. And these assholes are making fucking $130,000 a year to watch us. So
they're booger eaters. They're booger eaters who think they're real cops, bro. They think they're like FBI or some shit. These fucking assholes think they're really special.
They don't have the training. They don't have anything. I know you're sitting at your house, teleworking, watching us, making your money. Go ahead. You guys suck. You suck. That's all I got to say, man.
Hey, bro, at the end of the day, we can look at ourselves in the mirror and be fucking cool, bro. We go down the street, people say what's up to us.
They do. And I got recognized by a dude. He was like, hey, are you fired up? And I was like, fuck yeah. He's like, yeah, man, I watch your shit. That's pretty good. I was laughing, because I live close to Mule Creek. So, every now and then people will recognize me and they're like, oh shit, that's the dude. But, everyone lays low. I'm low key.
I got recognized 3 times today, bro, all with my daughter. I said, baby, have you noticed people come up to me? She's like, yeah.
Oh, man. But what else? Any other fucking questions in that comment box? I can't see it.
No, they're not asking questions right now. They're just tapping in, saying what's up. I'm trying to think of another. I think you guys type in your questions because we want to answer questions. But I think somebody had typed the question as, are any of these OIA agents going to get in trouble for what they've been doing during investigations, interviews?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
No, so here's the thing. At the end of the day, these guys will lie at state personnel board. I've listened to 2 recordings and I was shocked. I was like, these dudes fucked with this audio. They manipulated this. They lied, and then they told the truth at state personnel board. So technically, they fucking lied again, and they not a slap on the wrist, not nothing. Nothing happens to these dudes. But I will tell you, if it changes politically, fuck yeah, they're gonna be held accountable. Like I said before, man, I'm not joking. If there was a slim chance that you got back in and I got back in, every single one of those motherfuckers would be under federal investigation. That'd be
Facts.
my first fucking phone call. I would say, nope, I want all of these cases suspended. Everybody who lost their jobs, reinstate them fucking right now. Unless it was a drug case and they brought drugs in the institution, I don't give a fuck.
That's different,
Hire
though.
them back.
We haven't even talked about any of that, bro. Because again, yes, we understand there's dirty, corrupt staff that bring in contraband. We understand that, right? But there's a process for that, and they eventually get caught. But we're talking about the other corruption.
The other corruption of these agents, just kind of going along with whatever the warden says or whatever the hiring authority says, dude, that shit is bad. That's worse.
Because they're
in
cowards,
my opinion.
bro.
Yeah, well, not just because they're cowards. They're trying to play, all high and mighty, and they're fucking some super special agent, and they're really just doing the dirty work for these.
Here's the thing, though, and I hate to throw blanket statements because I know for a fact there are good OIA agents. I know this, right? So I kind of about 3. Yeah, you're right, and I'm getting chills because it's fucking. I don't want to discourage. I never want to discourage the good administrators, the good managers, the good OI agents, and think like, "Hey, Hector's shitting on all of us," because in reality, that's not. That would be
There's a couple
ignorant.
good ones too.
Huh?
Yep. There's a couple good ones too. I mean, I talked to one today, so I know they're fucking there. Hey, you motherfuckers are watching. I know you guys are watching. I know Jared Lozano and all these dirtbags are watching. So good luck. You guys got a leak.
Joe said, has CDCR changed its hiring practice? Has the background process changed? Maybe they are hiring for square employees rather than hiring rough on the edge employees. Bro, what they're trying to do is hire 30 for 30 females. I was a recruiter when they were calling me and said, hey, get more female candidates, Lieutenant. I'm like, yeah, okay. Fucking, I'm going to hire whoever the fuck wants to come up, preferably Marines in Camp Pendleton. Ooh, bro, you would love my fucking speeches. Hey, Don, here's a real speech from me in Camp Pendleton. I said, you guys want to smash inmates and smash pussy? Join the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. They're like that? I'm like, fuck yeah, sign up, bro.
Oh, man.
That's
an easy sales pitch to the Marines. Oh, man. Yeah, they have lowered the standards too. There's a lot of so backgrounds. People reached out. What they're doing right now is really bad. People that were normally blacklisted, they would deny them. They're proving that shit. So there's people slipping through the cracks.
Don, somebody asked a question, and I want you to answer immediately with these 3 choices. And then after you, I'll answer. Hess said, which scent do you prefer? Love spell, lasagna, or burnt cordite?
Love spell.
Ooh.
My wife has that though.
Okay, I was gonna go love spell, and I am picking love spell as well. But when I was like burnt cordite, is that the smell of like ammo? Because I love that shit.
I love the smell of ammo, but man, I don't know. I wouldn't want my wife smelling like ammo. I've worked with some women that shoot, and I want nothing to do with them. They're likely to take you out in the middle of the night.
Oh, I just love the smell of like when I go shooting and shit. It's like, I fucking love this shit. It does it for me.
That's pretty funny though. You guys are gonna see my garage. It's a fucking mess, but I gotta put myself in here.
What are you doing? You moving around?
Yeah, I gotta.
Don't fucking hang yourself. Are you gonna hang yourself right now on a live? And you set me up?
No, man, I wouldn't do that to you. I'm just trying to find a charger before my shit dies. That's funny though. No, I wouldn't do that to you.
Don't hang yourself.
That'd be terrible, huh? Look at extension cord. Nah, I wouldn't do that. I have too much fun making these memes and pissing off Kelly Santoro and all these other assholes. I
Hey,
love it. I love every fucking minute of it.
somebody dropped a lot of comments about you. They want you to speak on Kelly Santoro.
So Kelly Santoro, right? I keep getting a lot of information on her, and I'm still looking for the booking photo. And there's allegedly a video. So somebody sent me a whole bunch of information that I haven't had a chance to read through, but there was no photo attached and there was no video. So any of your viewers that happen to have that booking photo out of Henderson County in Nevada, or that video that appeared on YouTube some years ago, send it because I'll repost it. I don't care. I just want to see if it's true. But yeah, there's a lot of info, man. I don't know. I poked a bear. I saw her husband had commented on the comments, and then he's the one that basically flagged a bunch of my shit. So I blocked him just so that he would just shut up and go away. But yeah, there's a lot of shit coming out about that Santoro, which is it's wild. I don't. I must have opened up a fucking can of worms. I didn't intend to, but that's what happened.
Hey, what about the VSP warden stealing wood?
Hey man, that's big shit right now too. Because look at all these funds that they use for homeless people. Millions, billions, I think. What was it like? $14 billion for homeless people, and how much that shit actually went to the prisons? I mean, I know the prisons got contracted through IWL and all these other programs to build these tiny homes. How
Yeah.
many of them were actually built, and how many of them are sitting in the backyards of administrators right now? We don't know.
Hey, Tasty Waves and Cool Buzz said, I just retired after 23 years and I can't wait to start working at a job where I feel like a somebody. I gotta let you know, bro, the bullshit is everywhere. The bullshit is everywhere. I gotta let you know, bro. I got a job, a security job when I left CDCR, and the bullshit was right there, dude. And I straight up told them, if I didn't take this shit for $60 an hour, I'm sure the fuck not gonna take it for $21 an hour. Later. Later. But it's the bullshit's
Dude,
everywhere.
it's everywhere. It doesn't matter where you go. Your best bet is self-employment.
Oh,
That's about it.
self-employment, making memes, talking shit, fucking making podcasts, videoing your best friend.
Exactly.
But
Dude, I see.
let's I know we were quote unquote negative for 1 full hour. Let's show the crowd that we're not negative people, bro, and that was just frustration being let out
Were
of.
we negative? I didn't see myself as negative, but maybe I tend to do that.
Well, I mean, it's
No,
kind of
dude, we're
hard to say
fucking.
anything positive about the department with everything that's currently going on.
It is, but that's also because of what the fuck's happening. I mean, it's really
Right.
bad. It's hard to say like, hey, everything's rainbow and sunshines when dudes are falling out from fentanyl, motherfuckers are getting stabbed. You know, uh, People are getting fired left and right. I think I got like 2 dozen emails of people that got fired. It's like, holy shit, this is pretty bad, man. I don't hear one good goddamn thing. But I have hope, and I think a lot of these motherfuckers just need to have hope. I think it's really no one's running in on a white horse, but shit's about to change. I think it's coming, man. I can feel it. This is different.
You know, you said hope, right? I'm not a Bible thumper, Don. I'm not going to bump you over the head with a Bible, but I have faith in God, right? I have faith in my religion and my spirituality. In my experience and the experience of others that are strong in their faith, they're usually taken care of. They're usually well off. They're usually like protected. And I say that because today I was in Mission Beach. There was fucking chicks everywhere, bro. Oh my God, dude. And I'm thinking like, thank you, God. Thank you. Like, I'm not working in the prison system anymore. And because I did the right thing.
I think a lot of people too. And I spoke to a dude who got fired some time ago, and I said, hey man, just take a breath and just think about it. Right? You've been out for a while. How is your life overall? Like thinking, if you just think about, what you're doing now. And he's like, you're right. It's not that fucking bad. It's actually a lot better because I don't have to deal with the watch office. I don't have to deal with these assholes. I'm like, there you go. Like it's 10 times less stress. You're not dealing with all that bullshit. So there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Most of the people that I see they're actually in a dark place and negative, they're still fucking there. They're still working. All the other people, whether they got fired or they quit or whatever, they're better overall.
There's no way, Jesse. There's no way, Jesse. Jesse just wrote this comment. There's no way. A friend of mine is a CO somewhere in California. He stated that you, Hector, keep it PG. It's a lot worse than what we hear. I've been brutally fucking honest, brutally blunt.
I mean,
Cesar
what are they?
Hernandez running to Mexico and shooting a fucking female cop. That is as real as it's gonna get.
I mean, I don't think you're keeping it PG at all. I mean, this there's a lot of truth. You must be missing some shit because, man, like I know CDCR banned YouTube from the computers and shit, and I heard they banned Rumble, and they're trying to figure out anybody who's watching my shit. Even though ISU, I know you little bastards are up there watching my stuff in House 10. I already heard all the stories. Yeah, man, you open your eyes. This shit's bad. We're not being PG at all.
Somebody said, here's an idea. How about we pitch in to hire private investigators to watch McCumber, Gina Jones, etc., snap photos of them having relationships with their subordinates, time card fraud, etc. That's not going to go nowhere because who is going to hold them accountable? There's nobody to hold them accountable. The governor of California, who is the puppeteer, and above him is fucking Alexander Soros. There's nothing. Let me tell you something right now, Joeman. Let me tell you something right now. From my experience as being the public information officer, there is nothing worse for an egotistical narcissist fucking son of a bitch that they hate worse than being exposed. That is their kryptonite.
That's why this works. And I'm telling you, that administrator that I was talking to today, he said, dude, there's fucking full panic mode right now. It's full panic mode because for the first time, they're getting called out on their shit. That social media, they hate it. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to react. They've never had it happen before. It's never gotten this close to them. So now you have brand new wardens that are thinking, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I'm going to end up on CDCR Fired Up or Hector Bravo shit. I don't want to do that. So this is good. This works.
Surprisingly, there's still a lot of dumb bullshit going on, bro.
There is.
I heard something yesterday at a prison. I'm not going to say which prison. An officer was assaulted by an inmate. The inmate was high on probably spice, right? The sergeant and the lieutenant refused to lock up the inmate because they said, oh, he was high. He didn't know what he was doing. I said, bro, that's still a battery on a peace officer. Like, I can't get drunk and punch a fucking cop in the mouth and just say like, hey, oh, my bad.
Yeah, but they'll do what they did at Folsom and they'll reduce it. And that's why some people are about to get in a lot of trouble for that shit. Folsom. Battery on a peace officer. If it's attempted murder and you drop it to battery, or if it's battery and you drop it to assault, you can't do all that shit. That's all bad. But it's happening everywhere.
Hey, if I fucking became secretary tomorrow and I hired you to oversee all internal affairs, what kind of steps would you take?
Immediately place every agent in a room. I would get every single case that they worked on. All of their shit would stop. And I would call in the Department of Justice, the Federal Department of Justice and the FBI to actually review search warrants to see if any of these search warrants were fabricated, if any of the facts were embellished. I would basically put the whole Office of Internal Affairs under investigation.
Under federal investigation.
Under federal investigation. The next thing I would do is I would isolate the Office of Internal Affairs. I would bring in either a private investigative company. They would report directly to the secretary, and that is it. They would be isolated. There's no fucking knock and talk, wardens call in, none of that shit. It would be isolated 100%. You still need internal affairs. I mean, as much as I fucking hate them, you still need internal affairs, but it should be absolutely buffered and isolated. Like,
hey,
it can't
quick.
be,
Real quick, Psycho Devil Dog said, what institution? I think it happened in 15 joints just today, talking about the officer that got battered by the inmate.
Dude, and it is, man. I'm starting to get the messages, and I'm like, holy shit, how's this not out there,
Thank you, Mr. Chandler. Hey, so what direction? All right, look, I just blessed you with my fake fucking wand. If you were the overseeing Office of Internal Affairs, what direction would you give your agents? Aside from follow the policy and procedure.
Oh, no, it would full stop. Everything was stopped. There is no direction. You're fucking on timeout. You're on timeout.
I like it.
That would be it. Everybody turn in your fucking guns, turn in your
Yeah,
fucking laptops, all that shit. You're all fucking on timeout right now.
absolutely.
DOJ, FBI, they're going to they're going to look at all your shit and review it for anything unethical, any breaches. And we're going to contract with a, fucking private investigative company or something else to run internal affairs for the meantime.
Hey, you
Or
were in
even
AIU.
CHP.
You were in AIU, Ames, all that bullshit. So I was in the department before all that stupid Ames. What brought that on? Federal lawsuit?
Lawsuit. God, I can't remember the name of it. I remember the law firm RBGG because I made some contact with them. But yeah, they sued basically saying that we're violating disabled inmates' rights by not investigating their complaints. So that's why they created AIMS to look at the complaints that they're filing against officers.
Did that come from Donovan? Did that stem from Donovan or from Salinas Valley?
I think Salinas Valley was the primary place that it happened. I'd have to look, dude. It's been a while. There's something called the Salinas Valley Report that used to float around from OIG talking about all the shit, but you could Google it. It's all out there, man. But a big lawsuit. The department got their pee slapped for not investigating cases because they weren't, man. They fucking weren't. We all know what was happening. Some of these cases were garbage. They weren't looking into anything. But then some were serious, and they weren't looking into those either. So they got in trouble. So, and it's still happening. That's what's crazy. It's like they're looking at stupid complaints where a dude's hearing voices, and his TV's telling him that he's a piece of shit, but he's claiming his staff,
Okay.
and they're going to investigate the shit out of that. But then, the warden's stepkid who dumps a fucking disabled inmate, they're going to go like this and say, "Oh no, we didn't see shit." Because it's the warden's stepkid. So
Hey,
it's still fucked up.
somebody just wrote, I just got cleared and about to be put on the hiring list. What am I walking into?
A shitstorm?
Let me be realistic, bro. This is what you're going to walk into. You're going to go to your academy. It varies, right? I don't know what your sergeants are going to tell you. They might tell you Hector Bravo and Don Garrett are full of shit. Some of them might say, hey, they're right on the money. Right? You have to understand there's going to be two types of people when you join the department. Those that are evil and those that are good based on facts, evidence, and circumstances and documentation, right? We have not lied. We have not said anything that is untrue. Then I think they got away from the California model, so they might tell you not to be playing games with inmates. I think they got away from that. I'm not sure.
It's still there.
Oh, God. They're going to tell you, bro, little buddy. If you mind if I call you little buddy? You're going to get into your academy cadet, and they're going to say, hey, man, these inmates are just misunderstood. They're all going to be your neighbors. Jack them off when you get a chance. Make sure you fucking give them a reach around. Give them a cookie. You're not allowed to put handcuffs on them. And you're going to say, where does it say that, Sergeant? Oh, I'm telling you, you can't put the fucking handcuffs on them. Well, email me that. No, I'm not going to email you that. They're going to start feeding you propaganda and filth that is not policy and procedure. The penal code tells you can fucking detain somebody for your officer safety and their safety. Then you're going to go to the fucking prison. God knows what prison you're going to go to. Depends, man. I'll tell you right now, don't fuck any of your coworkers. What do you got, Don?
Find another agency. Start applying.
Yeah, while you're in the department, you need to start immediately hiring for other agencies, bro. Do not put your eggs in that basket. That's like going to a P. Diddy party, and I'm not fucking kidding you.
I mean,
you want
it's like
me to
going
be real?
to Epstein's Island. Are you kidding me? It's
You
not.
want me to be real?
Hey, P. Diddy's party, you'd have a little bit of fun, but it's like going to Epstein's Island knowing you got to massage some old fucking dude. Otherwise, he's going to stick it in your butt. Like, that's literally how bad this department is. I would much rather go to Diddy's party, than go to Epstein's Island. I would just find an agency, find a sheriff's department, and bounce as soon as you can, man.
And people might say we might be lying or stretching the truth. It's pretty fucking bad, bro. You got motherfuckers falling out of fentanyl, CIW. Managers not doing shit. Sergeants not doing shit. Lieutenants not doing shit.
Where's CCPOA? Do they even exist? Like
my boy Neil Flood, man. Neil Flood is going to be a rich man when he retires.
Maybe I got to go to the golf club or, go to the fucking some of these golf. I don't know. What are these called? Golf range? Golf? I don't know. Golf course. I don't
Yeah.
golf, so yeah, maybe I got to go there. Maybe I can find some CCPOA. They might be doing something out there. Fucking
A world of political correctness, gender identification, and de-escalation. Good luck, son.
yes. Hey, the gender shit. By the way, um, that's serious. They take it very serious with OIG at Internal Affairs. Dude, I even got fucking talked to because, I'm sitting down with the inmate at San Quentin and I'm like, hey, all right, sir, can I see your ID? And it's like, well, it's not sir. I'm like, fuck, I fucked up on recording. They take that shit very serious. So you wanna work in an environment like that where your ass can get canned for using the wrong pronouns, and hey, CDCR is a place for you.
Yeah, that's a fact. Somebody reached out to me. They're like, dude, I got fired for mislabeling, misgendering an inmate. I'm like, no, man, I'm
Probably San
cool,
Quentin.
bro. I'm cool,
Probably
man.
Probably San Quentin. I've seen it. I've done a couple cases like that, and I'm like, fuck, man. You see how easy this is to do? I just did it. Like, you guys are gonna go after this cop for that shit? Like, I did it 3 times in the recording. It's on fucking recording. So what are you gonna do? Fire this dude, and he's gonna play the recording at SPB? Hey, Sergeant Garrett said he fucking 5 times.
Somebody asked, and I know this is confirmed. He said, has any officer sued Internal Affairs? Yeah, for sure. Personal
Yeah.
agents recently too.
Yep. And there's more coming.
Oh, 100%. Well, we're going to wind it down shortly. Give your final questions. Hit us with some good ones, man. I know you guys are in the comment section. I thank you guys, bro. You guys are the reasons why we continue to show up every day, honestly. Because other than that, we would just be talking to the fucking air, which sometimes it feels like that.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes, man, I feel like I'm that dude on the yard fucking catching butterflies when there ain't shit in the air. I will say though, you know, these guys, man, you just got to stay positive and keep pushing forward, start speaking up because this shit's working. It's toxic. I already heard some stories about, hey, man, these youngsters are starting to question us on the policy and question us on this and telling us, hey, if you want us to do that shit, then put it in writing. Hey, motherfuckers getting smart.
That's music
Hey,
to
when
my
I
ears,
heard
bro.
that, dude, I was like, what? They really told the admin that they need to put it in a memo or put it in writing? Yep. I said, fuck yeah. That's what needs to happen statewide. When these assholes tell you turn your body camera off and we're going to tell you what to do, but we're not going to put it on paper. Fuck that. If it's not on paper, it doesn't exist. That's the way I would do it. And even then I would say, hey, per our conversation, let me shoot this fucking email to, all my supervisors. I'd play some bullshit games like that. But
I did that all the
I heard
time.
that. I heard about it. So if, other
It's
pins start catching on.
somebody asked if you'll ever come to do an in-person sit-down interview with me on the Unhinged channel.
Oh yeah. I just got to get my funds in order. Right
No,
now
I
I'm
hear you. We've
working my
talked
ass
about
off.
it. We'll make it happen for sure.
Oh yeah. We'll make it happen.
So what's the answer? We've discussed stop paying union dues, grab your balls, and check the inmates. What else?
We could do a whole bunch. I mean, it really depends on you guys.
No,
If you guys want to
so
start,
Joeman said, so what's the answer? We've discussed stop paying union dues, grab your balls, and check the inmates. Yeah. Okay, 100%. That is the answer. You stop 100% of correctional peace officers stop paying your dues tomorrow. You're gonna shock the fucking system like you've never seen. You're gonna have them begging you to resume paying union dues. You're gonna have them by the fucking balls.
hey,
Okay.
I'll tell you what. So I discussed this in length with some people. There's some individuals that are on their spouse's medical. You stop paying your union dues tomorrow. You don't need the fucking medical anyways. And I don't even know if that's true if you can really lose your medical in California. They're giving
You
the shit
can't.
to illegal
And
anyways.
you can always sign up
But
for regular medical.
yeah, the shit's cheaper anyways.
Correct.
But stop paying your union dues for just a fucking month just to see what happens. I guarantee you that'll start raising some red flags. They'll be saying, oh shit, maybe we need to get off the golf course and actually do something. So, I mean, John Chung, I don't know if you guys ever heard of him, that prepaid legal service, man. He's like one of the best attorneys around. And I would just start putting money in a piggy bank for when you need it, if you need an attorney, because CCPOA doesn't even send you shit anyways. You
So
want a
when it
calendar? I'll
comes,
fucking sell you a calendar for $1. Motherfucking, you get them on Amazon. If you're worried about a goddamn calendar and a pen,
no, bro,
for what?
you can do PDF printouts of fucking calendars.
Yeah, but see, paying $1,800 a year for a union one's a better deal, isn't it?
You, I mean, fucking. And then he said, grab your balls, right? So maybe these CEOs don't understand what we mean by grab your balls. All right. Let's say you're a control booth officer on a level 4 yard and your sergeants, your phones are ringing off the hook and say, release them, release your whole building now, release them. You say, no, hold on. Let me read the operational procedure for this facility. Okay. XYZ inmates are not supposed to be allowed outside. Okay. They're not going to be going outside because that's what the policy states. And if you want them out, you can fucking come up here to the control booth and hit the fucking button because I'm not letting them out. Right? It starts like that. Just not, okay. ADSEG, stupid ass Patrick Covello, when he was ordering officers to drag inmates from the committee room to A yard to be placed on a non-designated. You say, stop right there, warden. I'm definitely refusing that fucking unlawful order. Not doing it. Not doing it. And I say that from experience because that's what needs to happen.
I'll give you another one. Fucking dude in committee loses his shit, gets upset, and the captain tells him, hey, cuff this dude up. Inmate refuses. Hey, per the fucking policy, per that stupid bullshit, that's a controlled use of force, unless you could justify it in immediate use of force, so fuck with them. Oh, sir, this is controlled use of force per the policy. I don't give a fuck what you say.
Right.
And let them sweat. Let them sweat. See how that goes.
Yeah, you got to fuck them on the front end and on the back end. You got to play their tricks on them. So look, since somebody said, and you'll be first watch with Wednesday, Thursdays off. Again, it comes down to sacrifice, Psycho Devil Dog. If you have the option of getting stabbed in the femoral artery, CSP sac new Folsom, or standing up to your sergeant, you're much better off standing up to your sergeant and then ending up on first watch with Wednesday, Thursday off, right? It's the lesser of the worst evil. You're going to have to sacrifice. I don't think you correctional officers understand. You're going to pay. You're going to pay the man. You're going to pay the fucking piper. Preferably pay him on your time.
You're going to have to make the best decision with the shit that's in front of you.
Facts.
And I would make a decision that is going to allow you and your partner to go home. I wouldn't give a shit about first watch or give a shit about promotions. Yeah, who cares? You can be on the shit list all day. It doesn't matter. As long as you're alive and as long as you fucking go home. And
But
your partner goes home.
it's typical retaliation fear tactics. Like let's say one officer does grab his nuts, stands up to fucking the administration or the sergeant. They job change him punitively, which we've seen all the time. Then the 99% of the other COs are going to be like, shh, don't stop. Did you see what they did to Torres? Shh, no. It's like they shock the fucking shit out of these poor bastards.
They do, but I mean, when are these guys going to realize that's the kind of shit that happened in World War II, man? Hey, the fucking first Nazi that was like, hey, I don't want to shoot this dude. They fucking capped that dude and moved on. Said, anybody else not want to shoot anybody for no reason? Nope. Okay. It's the same shit.
It's like a drunken dad coming home and just beating the fucking shit out of his kid with a belt while the other siblings watch, right? And they don't say shit. They're all better off just jumping the fucking dad and beating the fuck out of him. Make sure he doesn't do it again.
Yep. Except for it's not a dad. It's some turd who fucking promoted way above you and doesn't know half of the fucking policy. I mean, you're gonna let a fucking weenie like that tell you what to do, and you're just gonna take it. You deserve everything you get.
So Psycho Devil Dog, he brings up a good point. We can do this all day, Psycho Devil Dog. This is all I know, prison guard knuckle dragging shit. He said youngsters value their days off and management spots, unfortunately. Facts. How many 1-year cops say, oh, I'm an ADSEG. I'm the regular in ADSEG. Motherfucker has fucking Saturday, Sundays off, second watch. Oh, I'm the regular in ADSEG. Yeah, well, your ADSEG looks like fucking shit, bro. You got inmates boarded up. You got fucking cell fires. You got motherfuckers gassing. But that's your ADSEG, right, homie? That's your ADSEG? Yeah, I'm the regular here. I've been here the whole time. Motherfucker, you've been here for 4 months.
Well, see, that's also the problem, too, because when they have an officer that dies, are they still going to be saying, oh, this is my ADSEG? Or are they going to say this is administration's ad say?
We already know what time it is, man. We've seen it. He's not wrong.
Yeah.
He's right. And
Yeah.
then,
I mean,
hey, let's talk about the California resource model. You got to be a stupid motherfucker to play sports with an inmate. I mean, you got to be you have to be a booger eater yourself to play sports with an inmate. Not
I mean, is there any inmates watching this shit? Do fucking inmates want to play
They do not
sports
want to
with
play.
cops? 'Cause
They do not want to play. The ones that have brains do not want to play. Trust me. And I'm not saying this because I want to be an asshole to inmates or I think they deserve the worst treatment because that is untrue, right? Rehabilitation is paramount. But how were they able to sell out the California model? By giving these young fish cops fucking Saturday, Sunday, and fucking bankers hours.
Yeah, that's all it
And they
was. It
sold
was
out.
a trade off. Hey, but the union sold out too. They allowed that shit to happen. They allowed them to say, "Oh, okay, we're gonna let you put these jobs at Saturday, Sunday holidays off." Fuck all that. Like they should have done something, but they didn't. It's the carrot or the stick. Either you fucking play along, you go for this carrot, or we're gonna beat the shit out of you. We're gonna retaliate against you. You're gonna hate fucking life. Not a place I'd want to work in.
Ask Dan about the CO they had it out for wearing his hat backwards. I think I know
Oh,
who you're talking about. You know who you're talking about?
uh, yes, I do. San Quentin. So this dude fucking used a baton, right? These two inmates
Oh,
were fighting in front of these cops. All the cops responded. Most of the cops sprayed, but one dude took out his baton and goes to strike this inmate. The cop had his hat backwards. The baton strike was justified, right? It was the lawful use of force. Dudes were fighting. They failed the orders to get down. They were getting pepper sprayed, still fucking fighting. Dude, they targeted that fucking cop. They targeted him. I still think it was because his fucking hat was backwards, but I
of
wasn't able
course
to
it
ask
was,
that
bro.
question because of some shitbag attorney that basically steered the whole investigation. She was gunning for that cop. She said that was excessive force before I even interviewed the motherfucker. You can't make that determination. Like, it drives me nuts, man. If you guys knew half of the shit from internal affairs, you guys would fucking pick it or something. But you won't, because you won't even
Hey,
stand up to that stupid ass sergeant who fucking has 2 years in it and is telling you to let an inmate out.
for
I
the
mean,
record, for the record, one time I was the ASU lieutenant. No, I wasn't. Was I? Yeah, I was. For the record, I was the ASU lieutenant on third watch. They were doing these mass transfers of level 4 inmates off of the Charlie Yard. They were going to transfer them out of the institution based on this massive investigation. And all of a sudden, inmates start showing up at the back door of ADSIG. And they came without paperwork, bro. Without 7219, without lockup orders, without fucking property inventory. And
sure they
like,
didn't come from Folsom.
hey, and I told them like, hey, nah, ain't no motherfucker coming in here. Hell nah. Dude, the AW, who was actually a good AW, and he looked out, he called, he said, hey, why the fuck aren't you letting these dudes in here? I said, nah, hey, sir, they don't have no paperwork. He's like, no, just let him in, just let him in. I was like, all right. So what I did as a lieutenant, even though he was a good guy, making that decision, I with a red pen, I wrote it in the logbook, per AW so-and-so, I was advised to let these inmates into ADSIG without proper documentation. It's another way of fighting the beast, right? Being smart, strategy, chess,
Cover your ass.
art
But
of
that's
war.
what anyone's doing right now is they're just trying to cover their ass. Well, the reality is those logbooks go missing, and so do
They
your
do.
fucking
That's why you have
email,
to make
dude.
copies of the logbook. That's a fact.
Yep. Yeah, and it does no good when your fucking partner you think is got your back, and then they go interview with internal affairs, and I don't recall. That's another thing. You guys think, oh, your partners are solid. I've seen the fucking interviews. I've done the interviews, and your partners are not solid all the time. Your partners will fucking lie. They get amnesia. Well, I don't remember hearing that. I never heard that, and they don't fucking back you. So start
You know when
backing
I
your
learned
partner.
that? Hey, Don,
What?
you do realize everything I speak from experience, right?
Oh yeah. But see, here's the thing too. Let me touch on this one thing. Your partners, they might not be rats, but when they do that shit and they don't recall, they might as well be a fucking rat. They're
True.
worse than a rat, in my opinion, because they don't have your back. They don't have a backbone. That's bullshit.
I learned that at Centinela when one of my friends got fired for slapping one of my other friends on duty. And they all went under investigation. And he's like, damn, bro, some of these motherfuckers you think are solid? Hell nah, they're not solid, bro. You need to hear these fucking interviews, bro. They were saying that I cheat on my wife. They were saying all kinds of extra shit. I'm a bad
Yep.
person. I said, oh, hell nah, bro.
I've seen it. I've seen it, heard it with my own ears, and I just think, fuck, that's terrible. You're a shitty partner. I want to tell them that in their interview. You're the worst partner I've ever heard of, but I can't.
Don, do they stereotype COs because of their appearances? Well, yeah. Yeah. I mean, if
Yeah.
you're like tattooed, basically they know if you're against them or the agenda, they're gonna know it. Or if
Yep.
you just lack the confidence and lack the ability to understand policy, it's like throwing a fucking like something to a piece of meat to the lions.
Take off those goddamn Punisher patches, man. The Punisher patches, the stupid patches, the Gladiator patches. Take that shit off. You're gonna get fucking fired for that. I don't think people realize that. The way OIG and the way internal affairs view that is aggression, right? So let's say you have a justified use of force, but your dumbass is wearing a Punisher patch. They're going to put a 10 on a 2. They're going to write it as this guy was looking for a fight. I observed a Punisher patch on his upper right hand. Fucking take all that shit off. You're not fucking Joe Badass. You look like a moron. And internal affairs will eat you up all fucking day. Any shitty attorney for any inmate is going to railroad you in court. So take that shit off.
Let's do
Wear a
some role.
CDCR fired up patch. That's what you should fucking wear. You want to make a goddamn statement. Wear a Hector Bravo or a CDCR fired up patch. And your administration will shit, and you'll probably get a lot more respect from inmates.
Let's do some role playing. No homo. If you could speak to the higher echelon of the department, like right now, bro, like this is real time. People are watching. We have an audience, and this will be tomorrow. It'll be up. People will watch. Like what they are for sure gonna see it. What would you say to those top 3, those top 5, if you could speak to them?
Resign.
I like your fucking style, bro. Your style is quick and to the fucking point, man. You're
Not
more
much I
you're
have to
more
say.
level-headed than I am, dude.
I, I don't know, man. Not much I have to say to those motherfuckers. They know. They know what they did. They know what they continue to do. Resign.
Resign right off into the sunset, retire, get it. It's a wrap, dude. That's honestly your best bet. And here's the funny thing: we will pursue it, and we will pursue them until they're put in handcuffs. That's a fucking fact, dude. There's no way you can get away with 102 murders. That's not humanly possible.
No, it's not going to happen. Listen to all these attorneys that are talking now, gearing towards the department. They've already sent letters. They've sent notices about unsafe conditions. They're documenting the shit more than anybody. So, I hate to say it, but the inmates are actually going to probably fix CDCR faster than the union, the
We already knew that, though.
CCPOA.
We already knew that, which is why I helped them fight this battle. We already knew this.
Yeah. I thought, maybe some people would stand up and the union would do something, but I was dead fucking wrong.
My boy Neil,
That's such
my
a
boy
joke.
Neil, eating filet mignon, bro.
Oh, yeah. Walking around with those golf clubs, man.
Hey, when I said that we were going to go after them, put handcuffs on them off after the fact, look at Sheriff Baca from LA Sheriffs, that he got federally indicted and convicted after his tenure.
They still can. That's the thing. I think that's what they're stressing over too, and I think that's what all these posts I posted about what that Warden Bailey and Santoro and all these administrators right now are kind of panicked because they've all done some shit that's pretty bad. That's how they became administrators. Someone had dirt on them, and they had dirt on somebody else, and the truth's coming out. It's fucked up. It's pretty bad. They don't like that heat on them, and they know this is not the time to get caught. Because there's no auto pen from Biden that's going to release their ass. So
here's the beautiful thing, Psycho Devil Dog, which I was already thinking the same thing. Psycho Devil Dog said they'll blame the secretary and the governor. 100% they're going to put the blame on Governor Newsom. They're going to, right? They're going to, when rats bail, they tell on each other. When they put the blame on Governor Newsom is going to say, I never fucking told him to do that shit. That shit's fucking...
They already
Same thing
did.
that Governor
Okay,
Newsom
so
did to one of his aides. Didn't the aide get arrested for embezzling money from the campaign?
yeah.
He said, I don't know about that.
And then look at that other dude. Was it Bonta? He just dropped out. He said he's not going to run for governor or nothing. Why? Why all of a sudden he was so hard and charging, and now all of a sudden he's like, I don't want to say anything. He knows they're all pretty bad. But I did have somebody reach out to me, and they were trying to vouch for Gina Jones, and they were trying to vouch for
Correct.
McCumber, and saying, oh, these guys care, and it's all from the governor's office. And I kind of laughed. I'm like, they won't say that. They don't have the fucking balls to say that. If they
Nah.
did, I
The,
would be
G-
hearing from them, not
the,
you.
the jig is up, bro. They're starting to realize that
Yep.
they fucked up as well. And it's just like how a young officer realizes that their administration just fucked them, like the Salinas Valley COs and the Kern Valley COs that allowed the escape. Now Jeff McCumber, Gina Jones, the other ladies are going to realize the governor just fucked them. But we already knew it.
Yeah, but what's crazy is they would much rather let people die, watch this craziness unfold, just to keep what? Their fucking title? Guess what? When they retire and they have to resign, they're going to be remembered for this shit. People are going
Forever.
to Google their names, and
Forever.
they're not going anywhere. They're not going
Forever.
to do shit. You think you're going to have a consulting business and go consult for a Department of Corrections in Georgia? Wait till they Google fucking Gina Jones and Jeff McCumber. Let's see what happens.
No,
How's
you
that
bring
going
up
to
a
work?
good point. We might have stopped something. Ralph Diaz and Kathleen Ellison, they're consultants, and they're currently working for the department, with the department. I don't think Jeff McCumber's going to get that honor or opportunity, I should say. It was not really honor.
No, and I thought it was illegal to do that. You can't be consulting like that. And I found some people sent me some shit like Lozano's got a consulting firm. Even David Starnes has got a consulting firm. All these motherfuckers have these LLCs, these consulting firms, and I don't think they realize the kind of shit that they're trying to pull is being watched not by me. I don't fucking matter. Being watched by other places. So I'm curious to see what happens in the future of that shit too. It's gonna be all bad.
It almost seems like COs have to file a lawsuit on behalf of the inmates, unsafe environments, programming, etc. In a way, yes, not as direct, but in a way, yes. Like especially when it comes to the non-designated mixing, like that whole SADF bulldog bullshit.
Yep. I tell you, that fucked them up bad. That's actually a good idea. I'm curious to see if maybe some of these law firms would be willing to take, a lawsuit on behalf of both inmates and correctional officers and say that, these administrators created an unsafe environment for all.
Well,
Not
they
just
did.
and not just correctional officers and inmates, but people on the streets too. Think about all these asshats that they released that are going around licking windows and taking shits on doorsteps and stabbing and murdering people. They should have never been out,
And
but we let them out.
the two women visitors from Mule Creek that were murdered.
Oh, and
That
that
the
was right down the street
attempted
from my house, man.
that the
Hey,
department
that upped the murder rate in Amador and Ione. The
but
murder rate was like super low, and now it's through the roof because of those two murders.
Flower Puss, you're extremely late, bro. This is the tail end of it, man. What else? What's on your mind, Don? As we come to an end, what's on your mind, bro? Shoot
Dude,
it.
what's on my mind, man, is like, I get it, like the memes and all that shit, they're funny. I like looking at them, but that's not gonna instill any kind of change. Like, we gotta all fucking come together and realize that something needs to be done. Whether we start a whole new fucking organization or something's got to actually physically happen, right? It can't just be, on social media. Social media is great; it's fucking working, but we gotta step it up. You guys gotta step it up. Like you said, fucking grow a pair, and stand up for your own values, your own self, and realize that, hey, at the end of the day, look what the department's doing. They're fucking blaming you guys for not doing your job. They're blaming you for doing your job. But what the fuck are you gonna do about it? Let's do something.
Somebody asked if you're dipping. Are you dipping?
No, I'm just fat.
Have you
I need
ever
to lose
dipped?
weight. No. I
You've,
I dipped, twice in high school, and I puked my ass off. I puked all over the place. I'll never do that shit again.
I used to dip.
I don't know how, dude. That tastes like shit. Yeah, I can't do it.
Copenhagen long cut. Now the Zins are a fad, a trend.
Heard the Zins are popular with trans
Why?
because of
What
the
am I
fruity
missing?
flavor.
Huh?
You got fruity flavors in them.
Damn, that was a shitty ass fucking joke. Hold on, where's my drum
Ah,
roll?
fuck. No, I watched this dude clown on this guy. They both worked at Mule Creek. They wear their fucking green pants and no goddamn cover shirt. But yeah, one dude was buying Zins and he's like, "Yeah, fucking, you must be trans buying those goddamn Zins." I don't know. Guys out here, they're a different breed, man. They're men's men. But I haven't heard shit from Mule Creek. Mule Creek's been quiet, so maybe they're not.
Well, Don, I'm gonna wrap it up because I'm getting tired, man. We were 1 hour and 40 minutes, man. It was a great conversation, dude.
That's good. I like it. It's fun. Fuck it.
Yeah, we'll do it again. These are impromptu whenever we gotta chat online, man. I love it.
Hey, just make sure OIA, if you're, I know you guys are watching this, put that shit on your, your 998. You better sign out at 11 o'clock. If that shit says 11:30 or 12, man, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to fucking
Hey,
fire you.
Don, you bring up
I'll
a good
fire.
point, bro. Because right now, me and Don are gonna get off social media. You fucking asshole, OIA agents. Don't be trying to milk our taxpayer money for that extra fucking minute, assholes. We're about to cut off pretty soon. They love to do all kinds of fraud and fraudulent fucking time sheets, which is a 9 on the matrix, bro.
Yep.
Cool. All right, guys. Thank you in the chat for tapping in, man. We can't do this without you guys. We love you. You see the passion, you see the experience, the knowledge, man, to want to make this a better place. All right, Don. Have a good night, dude.
All right, man. You too. Thanks, you
Later.
guys.